Okay, this is Spencer's first session with me. Uh-oh, Spencer, we gotta find a clicker. Here's one. Hi. Hi, little baby. Let's see here. Oh, Spencer's a little boy. Look at you, you're so cute. Are you ready to play? Yeah, what do you think? My drink here. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do with Spencer, hi little baby, is teach him the sound of the clicker. I'm going to get some of his treats ready. And I'm going to make sure not to hold the clicker very close to Spencer. In fact, I might even hold it behind my back. But I'm going to click the clicker and then I'm going to feed him one of these yummy treats that I have. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And I'm going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. And we're probably going to charge the clicker like this for each training session with these puppies for the first week. This is the very first thing that I will teach baby puppies or brand new dogs is what the clicker means. And the clicker means that your treat is coming. So the clicker is a marker. It's going to mark the moment in time that our dog does what we want. Oh, you like this game, huh, Spencer? Very good boy. Okay, and make that noise. And then I'm gonna feed Spencer the treat. So let's do that one more time. And you can see now I'm not holding it behind my back anymore. I know Spencer isn't afraid of it. What a good little boy you are. Good. So now that I've charged the clicker for a couple repetitions, what? We are going to move into teaching Spencer how to follow a food lure. So we actually have to teach puppies. Oh, yeah, do you like that chicken? Woohoo! We have to teach puppies to follow food in our hand. They don't know anything right now. Woohoo! Yeah, so I'm going to show Spencer that I've got one of these cookies. I'm keeping him nice and close and attached to my hand. He's licking the treat the entire time. And after he takes a couple of steps following my food hand, I'm going to mark that with the clicker to say, yes, that's what I wanted you to do. Then I will feed that cookie. Ooh. Oh, you like the food, huh? Yeah, this is fun. So I'm showing him that I've got the cookie. I'm going to slowly pull it away. And after he's taken a few steps, I'm going to click and feed him. This is teaching our puppies how to follow a food lure, which is very important. It's the very first foundation step in being able to teach our puppies behavior. Oh, you're so smart, Spencer. Yes, you are. What's over there? So many new things. In between repetitions, I'm going to give Spencer, a minute to kind of sniff and explore his environment. Puppies have very short attention spans. Okay, you want to try that one more time? What do you think? So I'm going to connect Spencer to the food lure, which means I'm bringing the cookie to him. I'm going to slowly move it away, and I want him to follow it. Okay, the other foundation step that I teach puppies in their first week of training with me is how to take food off of the ground, so how to find reinforcement on the ground. Again, just like we have to teach our puppies to follow a food lure in our hand, we also need to teach them that they can find food on the ground if we want to treat them that way. So I like to call this, get it, get it. Good boy, Spencer. We might just do a few Get It cookies in a row. So I'm going to start by showing him that I have the cookie. Then I'm going to get it, toss it on the ground. So right now, Spencer's this teeny tiny little guy. His coordination skills aren't fully developed. So I'm not chucking this Get It cookie across the room. I'm just kind of showing him right where I drop it on the ground. Ready? Get it! Good boy! So Get It means pick your cookie up from off the ground, and when you have the food in your hand, oh, he's sniffing that brush, and you keep them close to your hand, that's teaching your puppy how to follow a food lure. Good boy! There's your little chicken. There's that little chicken. Oh, yeah. You got it. Look at you. Oh, you like to play, huh? We'll take little play breaks in between our repetitions of behavior so that training stays fun. Good boy. Good boy. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first foundation step in name recognition. So basically I'm going to teach Spencer what his name is. And I'm going to pair his name with following the food lure that's in my hand like we already did. I'm going to get a couple of treats ready. Spencer's checking out the space. You like toys, huh? I'm going to give him, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to start by luring him, Spencer. Then I'm going to say his name, mark that with the clicker, and then feed him the treat. Spencer. Very good boy. So right now when I call his name, I'm not worrying about if he looks at me. I just want him to make the association that his name, Spencer, means good things are going to happen. Let's do that again. Spencer. Good boy. And then we're going to give him one of those reset, get it, cookies. Wow, you are so smart. So by resetting him with the get it cookie, then I can immediately pick him back up with that food lure, Spencer, and repeat the exercise again. Good boy. Yes, you are adorable. You are adorable. Good boy. Oh, tough man. Look at you. Nice. So you'll see throughout this video that each exercise that I'm doing is going to just slightly build off the last thing that I did. So we started by teaching Spencer what the sound of the clicker meant. Then we taught him just to simply follow a piece of food in my hand. Next, we paired that food lure in my hand with the association, the positive association of saying his name. And finally here we're going to move into our first big foundation behavior, which is a hand target. So now that Spencer has the idea that he's getting reinforcement from my hand, I can move my hand a little bit faster and teach him to target his nose to my hand. So this is called a hand target. I'm going to start with a couple repetitions of food in my hand, as I have been. So I'm going to show Spencer the cookie, but this time I'm going to move a little bit faster since he knows that I have food in my hand and he should follow it now. Spencer, touch. Good boy. And again, another piece of food in my hand. Spencer, touch. One more time with food in my hand. Spencer, touch. Okay, this time I'm going to try it offered. So there's no food in my hand, but Spencer has performed the behavior a few times with food in my hand. So let's see if he knows what to do now. Spencer, touch. Very good job, Spencer. As soon as I felt his nose, I marked that with my clicker, and then I came in with the food reward after he performed the behavior and it was marked with the clicker. So this is how we teach new behavior. Spencer. Now I'm going to go back to a food lure because this is so brand new. Was there a crumb on the ground? Touch. So I'm going to do a couple repetitions with the food lure as I have been, and then we'll try one again without. So I have a food lure again. Spencer, touch. Oh, he's so smart. And finally, one without. Spencer, touch. Very good boy. I click the clicker, and then I come in with that cookie after the clicker went off. Oh, you want to take another little break? Yeah. Good boy. So that was the hand target that we just practiced, and as our weeks go by in our training sessions, we will use fewer and fewer food rewards, but with little baby puppies, we do pay out with a click and a cookie for most every repetition. Yeah, what is that? Oh my goodness, look at you. Oh, Spencer loves to play. How fun. Yes, you are so fun. You got it. You got that chicken. You got it. Oh, you're so sweet. You want to chase it? Are you looking for more cookies? Yeah? All right, the next behavior that we're going to practice is the very first step in our mat work. So usually by the end of the 3 weeks, our puppies are pretty good at going over to their mat, laying down, and holding their places on their mats as we move them around them. But this is step 1 that we're going to practice today. Get our stuff out of the way. So I'm going to pick up my mat that we're going to use with Spencer. I've got my clicker ready, and I'm also going to have a few treats ready. Uh-oh. Where are you going? Are you exploring? Oh, there's a ball over there. Maybe we could play with that next. Okay, so I'm going to set this mat down on the ground, and then hopefully I'm going to try and get exciting enough that Spencer wants to come over, and I'm going to click the clicker, and I'm going to feed him right now maybe just 2 cookies on the mat. Okay, because then what I'm going to do is pick it up from underneath him without hopefully rolling him across the room. I'm going to set the mat down over here. And once Spencer comes over to the mat, I'm going to click the clicker, and I'm going to drop a couple cookies on it. You see right now, kind of got to help him out, show him that the cookies are on there. And also right now, I don't care if Spencer is sitting, standing, or laying down on the mat. Oh, there we go. All I'm looking for in this first step is that no matter where I move the mat, Spencer wants to follow it. Wow, very good boy. Here it is. So I still got to help him out and show him that his food is ending up on the mat. And I'm trying to pick the mat up from underneath him as soon as he eats that last cookie. All right, so hopefully I'm picking up the mat before he decides to leave on his own. What's this? Oh, good boy. See how he's kind of running right over to it now? He's getting the pattern. Starting to understand that pattern. Very good boy. And that's all we're going to do with the mat today. You just do anywhere from like 3 to 5 repetitions when we're training. And then we'll give it a break. What is that? Ooh, that ball is big. Is it fun? Yeah. It rolled across the room. Let's roll it back to the camera. Ready? Here he comes. Okay, a couple more things that I want to do with Spencer. Oh, did that roll too far? Okay, we're going to teach Spencer how to get dressed in a harness. So harnesses come in different shapes and sizes, and this one they have to kind of stick their head through, or we have to put it over their head. Oh, you going in for your close-up, buddy? He sees himself on the camera. You are so funny. All right. So I want to introduce the harness to Spencer by just seeing if I can lure his little nose into the opening. Where are you going? Potty break? This little potty box behind me. Come over here. Oh, look at how good he is at following that food lure now. Good boy. Very good boy. So you see how Spencer kind of stuck his head in, and I'm letting him eat the treat just inside the harness. I think this harness is going to be a little big for you. Yeah. Here you go. You see it? Yeah, let's try one of these. Are you chasing your tail? What are you doing? Huh? Okay, I got this one. Ooh, yummy. So you see how I'm just going to slip that right over his head and then feed him a cookie for it. Whenever I get baby puppies dressed, I'm always pairing it with food because I want to teach them that the harness isn't a scary thing. There you go. And it's also strategic because then I'm not fighting with the puppy to get whatever it is on them, and they're not biting me. This is teaching your puppy to hold still, and it's also teaching them to not bite you, and it's teaching them to love the harness. All right, very last thing that we're going to do with Spencer here is just teach him some really light restraint. So we're always going to do some handling exercises with our puppies. I'm going to bring one hand underneath his abdomen while I am luring him to hold still with my other food hand. So he sees the food in my right hand. My left hand is coming underneath his abdomen, clicking when I give him a little squeeze, or in this case, kind of picking him up off the ground. Oh, good boy. Handling skills are an important investment to teach your puppy because they are going to need to receive a lifetime of veterinary and grooming care. Very good boy. And watch what I do this time. I'm going to do 2 repetitions of this. 1 hand under belly, 1 hand under chest. Lifting Spencer right off the ground. Clicking to mark that he's off the ground, and then feeding him that treat as his reward. Let's do that one more time. Here, look what I have. Good boy. 1 hand under belly, 1 hand under chest. Very quickly right now. And I'm feeding him that reward after I mark the behavior with the clicker. Getting baby puppies undressed is quite the same as getting them dressed. So I can hold that food in front of his nose to lure him to hold still. And with each step that I need to do to get the harness off of him, so I got to pull his little foot out so he gets a reward for that. And then I need to pull it off over his head, and he gets a reward for that. All right, and that wraps up my first session with Spencer.